welcome to Loungin in the Lair. This week, I'm joined in the Lair by none other than the Highlander from 99 WNRR's Highlander Sunday Night Rock Show. Hello, everybody. I am DJ Adam here along with it's the Highlander. How you doing?
Hiya, brother. How are you?
I am doing well. This is going to be.
I've not spoken to you in ages.
I know, and this is going to be our first Loungin in the Lair, a nice little segment we're going to do here. Yep, we're just going to chill out, relax, have a little chat. So, tell me. What's going on? What's going on with the Highlander show?
Well, Highlander show, at this moment, a lot of brand new bands coming through, a lot of brand new music. I am blown away with the amount of new tunage that's coming over the emails every week, pal.
You and me both, brother. I mean, I can't keep up with all the email I'm getting in.
You should see my email browser. Mate, it's full, and I've just downloaded it.
Yeah, I did too. I just unloaded mine this week, and I just looked at it, and it's like, oh, didn't I just clean this out?
Yeah. So where's it all coming from?
There's all these bands, all these promoters say, hey, we want you to put our music on. So
I've spoken to a few bands quite recently, because of lockdown and everything like that. All they're doing is picking up pen and paper and writing. And then start jamming, sending it to the mates. Next thing, you've got fantastic albums on the way.
That's exactly right. That's a lot of bands I'm seeing on Facebook are like, well, we're going to take advantage of the lockdown. Let's write some music.
Yeah.
So what's it like there for you guys over in the lockdown? I mean, we're technically not in a lockdown, but we're still kind of, stay at home if you can.
Yeah, well, we're in full lockdown. Can't go out, all the pubs are closed, all the non-essential shops are closed, can't buy clothes to boot, no matter how you try. If you want clothes, you've got to do it online. If you're not online, you're screwed these days.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much for everybody. I know a lot of bands, the Small Town Titans, our friends at the Titans, they actually put out a new album yesterday. Their album is out now called The Ride, and they tried to have a live stream last night. Unfortunately, the drummer Johnny was down with the flu, so they couldn't do it. They are that's how they're going to do their album release. They're going to do a live stream. Yeah,
well, I've got Ward 16 as album of the month with their new album Metamorphosis. They have 2 years into making this album. It is an amazing album. But the thing is, with Ward 16, they do a stage show. There is blood, guts, there's murder, there's autopsies, there's death by electric chair. This is brilliant. It is proper theatrical. And they've put the last 2 years into releasing Metamorphosis. And we're in lockdown, they can't even get out. They've had to reschedule now for April next year for the album launch party, which I can't wait for. Giving it on one hand with new tracks and taking it away, not being able to do anything. I really do feel sorry for the bands, but hey, that's why we're here.
That is exactly why we're here. And that's where you need shows like what we're going to be doing here now with Lounge in the Lair. This is how bands are going to get their information out. This is how bands are going to get the word out about their stuff.
Oh, if I knew it was that. What do you need to know, brother? No, I'm being serious though. Metamorphosis, the new album by Ward 16. 1 second. Where are we going? Ah, there it is. I knew it was somewhere. 116 Metamorphosis. It's a cracking album, and you know what? I will recommend it. You can find it on YouTube, but there's nothing like getting yourself a CD.
I think I know some people that would really enjoy that album. And as I always say, CDs make perfect stocking stuffers.
Oh, yes, and t-shirts as well.
Yeah, exactly. And get them from
You
the
should-
band if you can.
Yeah, you know what? If you've got a metalhead in your family, the simplest and easiest thing to do, get them an album or get them a t-shirt. You can never have enough t-shirts.
Or
That's
do
what I say
both.
to the one. Yes, or do both. And the beanies is everything. Yeah.
So
Go on.
what other bands do you have going in the Highlander household right now?
Well, the ones that I am fancying at the moment, Faceless Orphans from Quebec. First album is really good, really good. So that's another band. Faceless Orphans, cracking t-shirts, all the way from Quebec. They're brilliant. I was talking with Jackie Raven the other day, and on December the 27th of this year, we're having our Christmas party. And we are definitely going to decide our personal top 10 albums of the year.
Nice.
I can't do top 3, it's impossible. Top 5 is pushing it, but I can do it. I can definitely do a top 10 albums. There's been so many great albums this year, especially over here. We've had Maximized with Anatomy of Power. That was a fantastic album. We've had Hannah Baccarat from Texas with the Sirens album. That was an amazing album as well. I featured that on the show. The 3 girls at Haxon, they released White Noise earlier on this year. Yeah, we've got Metamorphosis, another top quality album. There's been a few this year so far, which I'm so hard to narrow down. And I'm expecting some crackers coming out early next year. If listening to the grapevine and talking to a few of the artists, yeah, we're in for a stonker again.
I know here in the Lair, we're expecting our friends of Ignite the Fire to be putting out a new album coming out here.
I'm looking forward to that.
2021. They just released the first single off of it, which was incredible.
Yes,
the
I
name
played
of it
it
was
a few weeks ago. Yes,
Unstoppable was the name. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was an incredible album. So they're dropping a new one next year. I'm waiting for that one. Titans just dropped their new one. I've heard some of the songs off of it yet. Can't wait to hear the rest.
I've heard one. They sent me one the other week, which I played. If that's the sound of the album, mate, I can't wait for that one.
The Titans sent you one.
Yeah, just a track.
Do you remember what the song was? I know they just put out Rufflin' Feathers a couple weeks ago, which
That's it.
Oh dude, that song. I've been playing that song.
As soon as you mentioned it then, that was it.
Oh dude, that song rocks, man. That is
if that is the sound of the album, we're in for a stonker again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great album. I think that whole album's gonna be like that. Just hard rocking Titans. And yeah, they definitely blow my mind. I love the Titans. So you need to get over here after all this lockout stuff is over. You need to come over here, and I need to take you to a Titan show.
That you're on. Because soon as this, I was going to come over earlier on this year, but soon as I bought tickets, COVID broke. Because I'll be staying with Mike and Chris, the owners of the station, with the way Mike is, I can't risk it.
Exactly.
I can't risk bringing anything over, so I've got to wait now till everything is clear and there's no possibility of chance of taking anything, and then I'm straight over there. I'm probably bringing Mr. Presty back to the UK afterwards as well.
Oh, interesting.
He wants to come and party with us.
Well, when you do get over here, you got to let me know, because we got to come out and you know, we got to come out and visit.
We was talking about a big party.
So
I know Jackie wants to come up from Texas.
Well, we're a little closer. We just have to take the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Yes.
Zoom right on over past Philly and come on up.
Looking forward to it.
By the way, our friends at Deviate the Plan, they've also got new music coming out this year. Next year, 2021.
Next year.
Yep, they've got a whole new album coming out. I cannot wait, because I've actually heard bits and pieces of what they're doing, and Yeah, they're doing the hard rocking thing too. Yes.
Cool, can't wait for that one.
So,
Yeah. Have you heard the new album from Phil Campbell?
no, I have not.
You need to listen to that, my friend. You really do need to listen to that.
I'll put that on my list.
Yes. I know Mike did an interview with him, the last remaining member of Motorhead.
So last year, I did a top 10 albums that you are not top 10, 12, the 12 albums of Christmas. So if you had a 12 albums of Christmas that you would tell people to buy, what's some of your suggestions?
Oh, first of all, I'll go over what I've already said, maximize the anatomy of power. That's got to be in there for any metalhead. Hannah Bacharach, Sirens, that is a cracking album. I've got White Noise from Haxon, amazing album. Did they really? I'm sure they released in February. If not, it was last Christmas. It was Glorified by Second Player Score.
Oh, yes.
I've always been a fanboy from Second Player Score for the last, 6 years. Always loved them guys. And yeah, so Glorified is a must. Ward 16 Metamorphosis, that's got to be done as well. Attic Theory are just about to release a new album. It's called The Sign of an Active Mind. I've listened to a couple of tracks off that so far, and mate, that is a banger as well. LA Guns have just released Renegades. That's a cracking album.
In fact, I'm going to have LA Guns' newest single on the show coming up tomorrow night.
Oh, which one have you gone for?
They just sent it to me, and I don't remember it at this moment, but it is off the new album.
Yeah, because they sent me the album, and it's called Renegades. It's brilliant. So I'm playing the title track this week off that album. Who else is there? Oh, I'm trying to think now. Hydrogen have just released a brand new album called Boiling Point. That is fantastic. Must get. Corners of Sanctuary as well.
Ooh, Corners of Sanctuary from my neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah. If you get in contact with them, tell Mick I said hello. Good friends of the show. Had him on a few weeks ago, had a good interview. Mad T. It was brilliant. It was funny. Yeah, they new stuff come out. They're fucking amazing, mate. I'm actually liking that. You've put me on the spot. I should have done some research.
I'm sorry. You know, like I said, this is just a conversation. We're just, dropping some information.
Dropping some nameage. Yeah.
One of my friends told me about the new 10 Years album, and now I can't remember the name of it. I asked for it for Christmas. The Violent Allies.
Yes.
I listened to the album on Spotify. Oh, dude, great album. Doesn't fit in with the whole, independent for the show, but still, that's a great album if you get a chance.
That's just the thing, though, isn't it, my friend? There's only two categories of genres of music. It's awesome or not.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
We play awesome. So if it's awesome, we're going to play it.
Well, yes, true. I guess I can't really say that fits into my show anymore because I am playing LA Guns tomorrow night, and some new Leaves' Eyes as well.
Oh yes, I've still got that in the pile to play, but I have listened to it. I'm so far behind with all the music. Well, am I so far behind, or is the emails going off the rail? Because I've still got about 150 albums or tracks to get through. I'm like 3-4 weeks in front of everything.
Email is incredible. Right now, I'm planning shows 3 weeks in advance right now.
Yeah. It blows me away. It really does. Especially some of the new bands that are coming out as well. Lonehead from Scotland. I listened to some of their stuff earlier on. I thought, yeah, I'm having some of this.
There's just so much good music coming out. I don't know what it's like in over in England and over in Europe. Rock is not actually a big thing here in the United States right now. I don't know why.
I'm getting a lot of metal out of the States. Like around Texas, there's Vale, which I'm really loving at this moment. Vane. They are hard and heavy, and I'm loving it. Onto the Wolves, one man show. He is absolutely rocking it.
I guess I should rephrase that. There's not a lot of mainstream rock right now. Mainstream rock.
Mainstream, but
in the independent scene, there is tons of rock.
Since we're just chatting, I would like to get your opinion on this so-called singer who's about to release a Metals cover.
Is that our friend Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus is about to release an album. Now, I have gone onto YouTube and I have looked at a couple of her covers, Heart of Glass, and oh God, I can't remember what the other one was. No, gone. So, what do you think?
Well, I've had this discussion already with several people. And here's my thought. I don't want to hear Miley Cyrus covering Metallica. Now, that has nothing to do with Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus is a talented person. Personally, I'm not up for her music, but I do not want to hear Miley Cyrus covering Metallica. What I think she needs to do, and if she wants to take this idea, that's fine. She should cover Achy Breaky Heart by her dad. Now, here's the thing. She could turn that into a beautiful love ballad song.
Yeah, she could. She could.
And I think it would go crazy for her. But I do not want to hear Miley Cyrus. Even if she can pull it off, I still don't want to hear Miley Cyrus covering Metallica.
So it's a no from the Lurch's Lair.
That is definitely a no from the Lurch's Lair. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you. I personally think it's a good thing. My reasons behind it. Just look at all her fans, all her country fans, all her pop fans, and everything like that. If all them started listening to good, proper rock songs and metal songs, and then they started looking back to the original artist, don't you think that's a good thing for the industry at the moment? For more people to come in.
I love how you said proper metal. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree that it will get more eyes on rock. It'll get more eyes on metal. I personally just don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing, and we choose what we listen to.
That's exactly right. That is
nobody's right and nobody's wrong.
But we keep talking about this. Are we going to, what's happening to rock? Is rock ever going to go mainstream anymore? And I think it's going to. And I'm going to tell you one of the artists that's going to go back mainstream with. Mariah Formica. I know you've probably heard me talking about this girl.
I know this young lady very well.
She's got
so many times on the show.
So incredible voice, but she has she's gotten a record label. She's got a management company, and she is putting together an all-female rock band. They are in the recording studio now. I cannot wait to hear what this sounds like. It gives me goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps. I got goosebumps right now trying to think about this.
Yeah. We've both heard her many times. We've both heard her when she was on TV. She got great reviews on TV. But Christ, that young lady can sing. And she can play the guitar as well, like better than most of the guys out there.
And not only that, you go to her live show, she can sing. She can
sing.
That isn't the computers making her sing. She can sing.
Mm.
She sang Barracuda, and I closed my eyes and I thought I was listening to,
brilliant.
Oh, she's incredible. So that right there, she is one of the artists that is going to bring rock back mainstream.
Oh yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of that, she's brilliant.
So So tell people about the Highlander, your show. Where can they hear you? Well, we know where they can hear you. When can they hear you?
99 WNRR every Sunday night, part of the Three Musketeers. It all kicks off at 6 o'clock with the Keith Symes radio show for 2 hours, singer-songwriters around the world. And if you ever want to just come and chill out, that is the place to do it. The chat room is always full of great people. Then I start at 8 o'clock UK time here on 99 WNRR. This week we've got the likes of Cross Paths, Big Motor Gasoline, The Kids, Mud Splitters, Theron, Victorious, the brand new one from Machine Head. It is an amazing song if you like your metal. Under the Influence, Lone Head, Hot Laundry, LA Guns, Palm Ghost, Wet, Iron Mask, Death Dealer. Then at 11 o'clock, it's the Jackie Raven show. So that is Sunday nights here on 99 WNRR.
Sounds like a good lineup going for you.
It's a cracking lineup.
I think I'm gonna have some hot laundry coming up probably in the next week or two. So
I'm so happy with the way that the show's evolved because, as you know, when I first started, it was female-fronted bands.
Yes.
On a Thursday night and Friday, and then when the Tasman left, I took over a few of the Sunday shows and playing everything and anything that I wanted to play. But now it has got a life of its own, and I'm so happy where it is. Brand new music each and every weekend.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
something new every weekend. Like, I just can't say thank you enough to all the bands, the PR companies, the record labels who have faith in all the DJs here at 99 WNRR, because we are proper ambassadors for good music, let's say.
I know. We used to be back to back on Sundays.
Did we just? That was good time.
Yeah, that was good times.
We're playing each week.
Yes, exactly, because we had to make sure we weren't playing the same things. Are you playing this artist? What song are you playing? Oh, okay, well, I'm playing a different song. It's all right.
Yeah, it's the same taste of music, bro. Yeah. Awesome. We're in the awesome genre again.
But you know, it is. I echo the same thing when it comes to building. I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years. I think I'm about a month short of how long you've been doing it. And it does amaze me. It amazes me how much this show has grown. I didn't really feel it until I think it was last February, when I actually met somebody who knew about the Lair here in the area, but wasn't part of a band, wasn't part of anything that I would have ever actually talked about before or talked to before. This was somebody completely out of, they were in music, but they weren't somebody, they were a promoter for a venue around here. And that just blew me away, that somebody recognized the Lair, somebody that I didn't deal with normally. So that's when I realized that, hey, this is actually starting to take off here. And that was a good feeling.
Oh yeah. Nothing like being noticed at venues. And
it is. It's not only that, because we get to grow, if people other than folks that are with bands are recognizing us, then that means we're growing, which means the bands we're playing are getting more people listening to them as well. And that's what we're...
And how do you find your podcaster doing? Because you, like myself, podcast your show after you've gone live.
Actually, with some, because of some technical issues, I've stopped doing it for now.
All right.
Because of my, my computer, I'm working some issues out with my computer. So I've actually stopped doing it for now. But I've kind of felt that not a lot of people were listening to the recordings. So I don't know.
You can see straight away, can't you? Tell you have 2 listens this week.
That's exactly. You go in and there's like, oh yeah, no one's listened to it this week, and it's like,
I feel your pain. Yes, I feel your pain.
Do I really need to keep doing this? Is this something I should, continue to do because nobody's listening to it?
I think
So,
on average at this moment in time, I'm getting between 10 and 15 listeners a week.
yeah.
Is it worth it? I don't know. I've been playing with that thoughts.
Like I said, I have
Things
been.
work, some things don't work.
That's exactly right. And that's why I decided to try to start something like this, because I really kind of want to keep the show music.
Yeah.
I want to keep playing that music, but honestly,
talking of music, let me interrupt you. Have you heard the new AC/DC album, Power Play?
I have not heard the new AC/DC album yet.
I've heard a few of the tracks. Oh my God. Back to how AC/DC should be.
I've heard good stuff about it, but I haven't had the chance yet.
Yeah, Shot in the Dark is amazing single, the first single.
But yeah, as far I know you've probably listened to some of those shows where we did interviews here in the Lair.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest shows I feel we've ever done. I know our dearly departed friend PJ, the first Ignite the Fire one we did, she just loved it because it was like this. It was just sitting down and talking.
Yeah. Sometimes
we had a lot of
best,
fun.
isn't it?
It is. Those are some of the best interviews. Is just sitting down and getting to know people. People relax. Those are the kind of things I want. That's the kind of thing I want to do with this show now that we have, technology-wise, we have this ability.
Yeah, we're zooming, baby.
That's exactly right. So, all right. I think I've probably taken up enough of your time for
That's cool.
This afternoon. Well, I guess it's still this morning. But anything else you want to say to the loyal Lair listeners?
Thank you for listening to 99 WNRR. Without you guys listening, hey, we're just going to be sat here talking to ourselves.
That's exactly right.
That.
That's exactly right. No one wants to hear us talking. They want to hear the music.
Yes. Without the listeners, without all the PR companies, without the bands, without the record labels sending music in every week, we'd be nothing.
That's exactly right.
We'd be nothing. And I hope we do you proud when we give you the big shout outs each and every week, and we'll continue to do so. You continue supporting us, we'll support you. It's as simple as that, boys and girls.
Same thing for here. I can't put that any better. All right, folks, this is DJ Highlander right here. You can catch him every Sunday night. I know 8 p.m. UK.
8 p.m. Is it 3 p.m.?
3 p.m.
EST.
That's right.
Yeah.
Make sure you tune in, and don't forget to join us in the Lair every Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, here on 99 WNRR. Thank you again, sir. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me here in the Lair. You can catch a new Lounging in the Lair every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And join me live every Monday night in Lurch's Lair at 6 p.m. Eastern with the best in independent rock from around the world. Only on 99 WNRR.